So we're going to experiment with something new today. It's called Nina Kim, which is salted beef. There are many ways to make this, but in the simplest form, it could just be fish sauce. It could be a paste of samglu, which is cilantro, root, garlic, white pepper, and fish sauce. It could be fish sauce and sugar. It could be fish sauce and white pepper. You need something very salty to make salted beef, and you need to dry it out. It's a preserved ingredient.
For the beef, I'm using a Denver cut, which is part of the chuck. It's also known as the boneless short rib. Lots of marbling. I love this for extra luxury. A little sugar, white pepper, fish sauce, and a little pinch of salt. And then we're gonna give it a little mix until completely dissolved, and then massage in the beef. Use your hands. Your hands are the best tools. They're really the only option here. And then we're gonna store it overnight in the fridge, whatever container is gonna fit for you. I have one of these to-go containers left over. It's actually perfect for this kind of preparation. And then we're gonna give it a little nap overnight for about, 12 hours, even longer is fine.
These fire starters are great for quickly starting a fire in a chimney, light it up, and then it gets the charcoal cooked really quickly. It's just simply this right here, but I'm sure there's other brands you can use. Anything that gets a fire started quickly, I like using these.
So I'm actually using very little charcoal here, and I'm kind of trying to set up a little, almost like a domino effect here. So some of the charcoal will light in the front, and then over time, the rest will light, so we can keep low heat, and we'll throw wood chips on it as well. And the arrangement right now is not final. I just want to get it a little bit lit. And ideally you have, a couple of these are ashes, and then the rest are normal. And then as it's cooking, the rest of the charcoal will kind of ignite slowly, which will cause this domino effect that we can get low heat over time. We really don't want this beef to be cooked in the sense of a high temperature. We want it to be dried so that it is preserved and we can use it later in other dishes. So I got some wood chips on the charcoal here, and as you can see, the front charcoal is gray ashes, the back is white, so it should hopefully burn slow. I want to start it off with a little wood chip smoke here. I can always add more for that flavor. You want to burn this down a little bit. This white smoke is not necessarily the greatest. And then I have the beef up here, close to where the vent is there, if you can see that. And then probes, just so I know the temperature. Just want to know what I'm dealing with here, because I want very low temperature smoke. Imperative to have this open. You need the smoke to circulate up there. And the wood needs oxygen.
And so I have the meat in. I have a probe here, which is going to come in handy because the baby, which I can see right here, has just woken up. So I need to make him lunch and be with him now. So hopefully I did this right in the sense of where I want it, between 140 and 160. And hopefully we can maintain that. Right now we're climbing to 100 degrees, which is a good sign, but it's going slowly, which is okay though. I'd rather have as that than lasting. But on second thought, as I'm doing this, maybe I should have taken the approach where I started at like 200 degrees and let it kind of die down so that I could level out at, 140 to 160. But we'll see what happens. This is all an experiment. If anything, I can get a lot of smoke in it right now, then we can throw it in the dehydrator to finish off the rest of the day, because you have options here right now.
So I've been adding more wood as needed, little wood chips. It'd be better with like a block of wood overall. And I've replenished the charcoal a little bit just so it can kind of keep burning. And I am maintaining a 140 to 160 range right now when I initially add the wood and charcoal, because I want to keep this going at a low heat and I don't want to lose too much heat. I am creating quite a bit of smoke right now, which isn't always the best to create this type of white smoke, which looks like this. But that being said, I think it's going to be okay in this case. Leo's trying to get outside to the smoke right now. This is quite a tough project, and also taking care of a baby. I'm sure some of you can relate to this. By the way, typically the white smoke, like really deep white smoke, will happen because you're not giving it enough oxygen to burn off first and give you nice clean smoke. Ways around that are to put the wood on larger pieces so it's kind of heating as the charcoal is heating, and then once it finally ignites, it has no excess moisture in it. And that being said, this actually does have excess moisture because I just soaked some of the wood chips and I put it on to kind of give me more time. So that's why you're getting that more of a white smoke, but I think it will be okay in this case. And I definitely think I'm going to take this beef and put it into the dehydrator as well. So it's been about 4 hours here, and the beef is looking quite beautiful. But I want it more dried. I got the smoke that I wanted, so I'm going to put it in the dehydrator. Okay, I started this project around 10 a.m. today, and now it's 10 p.m. and I think we're done. I think we're at where we need to be. Look at this. Look at that beautiful beef. It's dried, but it's not leathery. It's dried, it's preserved enough to where if you put it in the fridge, it'll last for a while. So you definitely know it's dry when you're seeing little white strands here. It's really good smoke. It's not over smoked. You kind of over smoke something where it tastes like an ashtray, which is not desirable. I think the combination of smoking outside and dehydrating was nice, and it was a manageable thing also considering my day. With this small volume and this test, I think we did a good job here. So with the salted beef, there are many options of what you can do, but there's one dish in particular I want to show you how to do in the next video. It's called Nea Kim Domgati, and it's basically this salted beef simmered in coconut milk or coconut cream. And it's going to be a nice dish. It's a nice dish to go with, other dishes on a table. So stay tuned for the next video.